agency. You could learn something here too, because the updated calendar does in fact have free agency 6 o'clock Eastern, November 20th. Woo. A little jump free agency show coming. I can smell it. I can smell it. 2 days after the draft, with signings able to become official on November 22nd. Now that means there's only a 10 days, right? From the start of free agency until training camps open on December 1st. This year's class of free agents, which doesn't have nearly the franchise players, is the way I'm going to put it, as years past. It will be an incredibly short window for them to make a decision if they switch teams, move to a new city in time for camp. Ooh. Here's Kevin Pelton's current list of top 10 free agents. Now, this is led by Anthony Davis, who by all accounts will decline his player option and return to L.A. The only other 2020 All-Star to even enter free agency is Brandon Ingram. He is restricted, so the Pelicans are going to be able to match anything they come up with.
That's a light list.
Right. And look, last year...
That's a
when Christian Wood is like top 3 on the list.
That's a diet soda list right there.
Well, they're a little bit lucky because remember last year with Kawhi, he took some time to make his decision, and then Danny Green waited for Kawhi to make his decision. You wouldn't be able to do all that this year. Training camp starts 10 days after free agency starts.
I'm gonna be really honest. There's nobody on that list that you're gonna wait for. I'm saying, look, Anthony Davis, we kind of know it, kind of have a very good feeling. And then when you start to go, I think, Fred VanVleet is so key to Toronto. But I think there's unknowns about what he can do in other places. So you saw Malcolm Brogdon, who was key in Milwaukee, all of a sudden go to Indiana. And it's just like not the same type of impact. But just going to say it's a light list compared to what we've seen the last few years.
I mean, it's a light list, but you bring up Brogdon as an example. Milwaukee missed him.
A lot.
Right? Like, you could say whatever, he wasn't as good as we thought he'd be in Indiana in his first year, was up and down. But the reality is, he was missed in Milwaukee. And so, regardless of where those guys end up, the teams that have them, like for VanVleet, for instance, if Toronto loses VanVleet, that's a big loss for them.
Yes.
That's a big loss for them.
He could be the key piece that finally completes the puzzle
somewhere else.
Well, right? I mean, that's...
But the reality, Rachel, is if you're a front office that's worth your salt, you've got... all your plans have already been done. You've had months to do this.
Yes.
You got your homework. You knew who the free agents were going to be. Sure, there are going to be guys who are going to opt out or maybe not. That might change that list a bit. But for the most part, we know who the free agents are. We know what our needs are on the books for the next couple of years for us to do other type of domino things. So the question is, is this surprising? Oh, no, I wasn't ready. You guys just sprung it on me. That's not as big a deal. The bigger deal is once I get a guy signed, usually Richard, you notice, we have a whole summer to send you the playbook.
You don't read.
You might stop by Summer League and say what's up to the young guys.
It's more camaraderie building than actual functional building.
You show up to informals. There's a lot of kind of build up before we get to camp.
Go ahead.
Now all that is like immediately.
But the other part about it is when I talk about that's a light list, there is not one player on there that's going to change your entire offense or your entire defense. When you're signing Klay Thompson, a James Harden, a Russell Westbrook, know that Kawhi Leonard, you a ton of time. Anthony Davis, we kind of have a feeling
he doesn't count.
But he doesn't count. But that's what I'm saying. There's not one person on that list.
We don't expect him to change.
There's not one person on that list that is going to shift your offense completely. So even in that moment, that to your point, you don't need as much time to get ready and to do. These are kind of pieces that you plug in.
Right. And so they're going to sign and they'll probably just move to the city right away and start working out with their coaches.
I mean, I'm confused. Are you saying that some of these deals might already be prearranged?
Damn right. I'll say it.
I don't think any sort of thing like that happens in the National Basketball Association. Everyone follows the rules.
There's probably only 3 free agents still left on that list of 10 that we just saw. There's probably 3. There's 3.
Look at the houses.
They already have houses someplace else.
I am someone who has long said that our tampering rules in this league need to account for reality and the way it functions now. And I think that this year, while certainly nothing official has been said and nothing official has been agreed to, I can't imagine we're going to have as much tampering policing this year. I think it's just get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done.
1201 deals. 1201 deals aren't done in 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.